Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a review here for a movie that I remember hearing about back in 2012 when it came out, and it just showed up on Prime free to watch, and for the last 6 months it's been beating around in my head that I never saw this movie. I saw all the reviews about it, saw everybody talking about it back when it came out, and I just never got around to watching it. Didn't really even want to see it, but it's based on a game that I love deeply, and here I am. After seeing it free to watch on Prime, I watched it, and it surprised the shit out of me. It completely surprised me so bad that I had to make a video talking about it. I was anyway, whether it was good or bad, so here we are with a surprise review to tell you that I saw Battleship from 2012. And let me tell you, I was so surprised with the things I saw in this movie. And it just kind of shocked me a little bit. It's not that it's a great movie, it's just good for what it was. Now, if you don't know the controversy behind this film, Battleship came out in 2012, like I said. It's about an hour and... no, it was 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I don't know who directed it, I don't know who wrote it. I just wanted to go ahead and get this review out there. Let me tell you, this movie is an alien invasion film. And in case you didn't know that, it's not a spoiler. Everybody knew about this because of the trailers. People, when it came out, were saying how that was a horrible idea. But let me tell you, I have a feeling this was a movie that was not supposed to be a battleship movie, but eventually became one. Because if you made a regular Battleship movie, you would just have two countries shooting back and forth at each other, and it would be a drama, just like the new Tetris movie is a drama, or a biopic drama, whatever. Remember at the time when this came out, they were talking about making Candyland a movie, they were talking about making Tetris a movie, which we were all like, how are you going to do that? Then things like Emoji Movie came out not too long after this, and we all realized they're willing to make a movie out of anything, you know? Anyway, there was a lot of board game focused games that were supposed to get big movies. Maybe there's some other ones I'm forgetting about, but maybe you can put that down below. But Battleship was the one that I was like, that sounds like a cool movie. And then I saw the alien invasion thing and immediately lost all interest in it. But let me tell you, it was so surprisingly fun for what it was. I think I had more fun watching this than I did going to see Top Gun Maverick. I've never seen the original Top Gun. I went to see Maverick and I really enjoyed it. But I could tell that seeing it in the theaters was completely different from seeing it at home. It's not a bad movie at home, it's just you don't have that same thrilling aspect of seeing it in a theater with the sound design and everything. This movie is super exciting, and I had a good time watching it. I was really surprised by all the patriotism to it. Of course, I'm an American. I love America. I think it's the best country to ever exist and probably ever will exist. God willing, it still stands around because of God. And this movie has so much love, even as an alien invasion film, for veterans. And I love that about it. I think veterans do not get the love and support they need. Whether they're young veterans or old veterans, they deserve respect. Because of the things they do, the men and women who protected this country, God bless you. I am so thankful for you. But this is the thing, this movie has so much love for them. It has real-life veterans, not only in the movie, but starring in the film as well. Not the main cast, obviously, as far as I know, but some of the other folks in this. This is totally a U.S. rah-rah movie, and I love that about it. That was fucking great. That was a cool idea. Anyway, it's an alien invasion film, though. That's the one thing that people kept holding against this movie. No one talked about all the veteran stuff. No one talked about any of the stuff that this showed to respect and love America. And if that doesn't expose critics for the pieces of shit they typically are, not people like me and you, but the paid critics, like the big-time critics. If it doesn't expose those pieces of shit for what they are, I don't know what could, because they typically hate America. They typically hate anything pro-America. This movie's totally pro-America, which surprised me. It's kind of pro-humanity, but it's very much America in your face, and I love that about it. Thank God. But anyway, so you have one guy, I don't know this actor, I don't know his name as far as I know, and he is kind of a failure at life. He fails at everything. His brother, Alexander Skarsgård, is in the Navy. And he tells him, hey, you're going to join the Navy with me too, after he just met this girl he wants to marry. And they go off to fight in the Navy. And eventually, he finds out, the guy that's kind of a loser finds out that this girl that he's so into is the daughter of Liam Neeson, who is also in the Navy as a big time officer of some sort. I don't know the rankings in the military, I never served, but I'll tell you, he's up there. That's what I would tell you. He's already afraid of this guy because of his ranking, but now he's dating his daughter too. He's also afraid of him because of that. And he gets shipped out one day, and aliens, because of a beam or some kind of signal that we send from the Earth into outer space, aliens hear that contact from us. They decide to come here and fuck us up. And they immediately go after the Navy and the Air Force and all of these folks. The war game aspect to this is really enjoyable. I really like that. The characters are kind of weak, if I'm being honest with you. There's one particular character in here who was a real-life veteran. It's a man who is in the Army. He lost his legs. He's trying to go through physical therapy. He's actually working with a physical therapist that is the main character's girlfriend, and Liam Neeson's daughter. And this guy was not the best actor ever, but I loved his character. The rest of the characters, including the main guy, Alexander Skarsgård, who's in the film a little bit, but not for a long time, these folks are not that important to me. Their writing is not that good. They don't really need to be. It's kind of more of an action star type of persona, if you will. Not like a Jean-Claude Van Damme type of thing, or like a Stallone type of thing, but just, we have to do something immediately in panic mode. But fighting aliens in a Battleship movie, no one would have ever thought this would have been good. And again, I still believe that it was something else that became the Battleship movie from Hasbro. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so good for what it was. I thought it had a lot of heart and a lot of soul. And if you're a very patriotic person like myself, I can't see you hating this film because of the love, the respect that it gave to the military, to the veterans. I love that about it. That was so great. Some of the other casting in here is a little fucking off. You have Rihanna. As a Navy SEAL, Rihanna. Okay. She's not good in this movie. She's not horrible, but she is not good in this movie. Neither is the writing, but who cares? Who's here for the writing? It's a fucking battleship, alien invasion films. I'm a huge fan of 1950s B movies. I love that stuff. I love 60s B movies. This was right up my alley. To see something like The Day the Earth Stood Still type of thing, but with the modern CGI that we had in 2012. It was great. I loved it. I loved the destruction. I love all the chaos. The military trying to fight this stuff. How the Air Force couldn't get involved because of the things they had done with the Air Force. All of that was really, really cool. The stuff that the aliens had, the design for the aliens, I liked all of that. Matter of fact, I'll even go as far to say, I think the CGI in this movie is better than the $500 million bomb called The Flash. In 2012, 11 years ago when this movie came out, the CGI in movies seemed to be better, more complete, less rushed. This movie looks better, CGI-wise, than The Flash, which is shocking to me, because The Flash should have been great, and it was fucking crap. Anyway, the music here was kind of generic. The movie feels very inspired by Michael Bay. I tried to record this review before this video, so I'm not sure if I said that in this video, but it feels very inspired by a Michael Bay type of style. There's a lot of shaky cam, which can get let me try that again, can get kind of annoying, but the music really feels like a Michael Bay type of thing too. Very, not techno-ish, but I think you know what I mean. Like if somebody's like about to have something they have to bomb, you'll hear like the doom 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 kind of noise, music stuff. Very bassy, you know, which was cool. But I really liked Battleship. I was very surprised that now in hindsight, how many people laughed at this shit and said it was horrible and ranted about it and everything. This was so much better than it deserved to be. It's so much better than it deserved to be. It should have probably never been an alien invasion film. Again, it was probably something else before. But I will tell you, I was very entertained. I had a good time. It was a blast. And if you asked me today to sit down and rewatch it, since it's summertime, I absolutely would. I totally would. The whole 2 hours and 10 minutes, I would watch it all again because of how much fun I had. I mean that. There's some good humor in here. There's some fun kind of side characters. I don't know their names or anything, but they were kind of cool. I had a good time, and again, that patriotic nature to it surprised the shit out of me. I never thought I would see something like that in Hollywood in the last 20 years, and they totally did it here, which was great, in my opinion. That's a really good thing, and if you love those things I talked about just now, if you love like the Navy SEALs types of movies and being on like a ship and all of that, if you love that kind of film, or military movies, in this case like a B-movie, sci-fi, 1950s movie, this is right up your alley. I'm promising you, you should totally try it. I think it's really, really worth your time. Try to watch it for free if you can, like on Tubi or Prime like I did right now. I'm telling you, this is surprisingly good. It's something that really shocked the hell out of me that it was as fun as it was. So anyway, after all that rambling, please check out Battleship from 2012. One hell of a film. It doesn't need a sequel or anything like that. I'm not trying to start that mantra. But I'm just saying, it was really solid, and I had a really good time. If I had to rate Battleship on a 5-star basis, I would easily give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was so good for what it was. And again, I'll say it, I know it's blasphemy, but I had a better time watching this than I did Top Gun Maverick. I had more fun with this than Top Gun Maverick. No matter what anybody says, that's how I feel. Anyway, What do you think about the film? Put your thoughts and comments down below. Did you see it back when it had a theatrical release or the original DVD release? I'd love to hear all that down below too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless you all, and goodbye.